I'm a therapist. Hi, hello. But for those who don't know, my main career for the last 13 years has been working in the business sector of the trans spicy accountant industry. And I have to use very coded language because TikTok tends to suppress the content from marginalized communities like this. But I want to be clear. I am very proud of the community that I serve and work in. I just have to use coded language because I want my story to reach as far and wide as possible. I'm the executive producer of an award show that we host in our community, and it's a big event. It's the only event of its kind, and we welcome guests from all over the world. There's a big red carpet. But I'm going to be honest, I was very, very anxious about the red carpet because I'm so awkward. Like, I'm awkward in photos. I'm particularly awkward in red carpet photos. Earlier this year, I went with my friend to an award show, and she looks great. She looks beautiful. Why do I look like that? Why? And because the event that I was hosting last month was my event, I really wanted to show up for my community and feel good in the pictures that were being taken. And so I knew that I needed help from the best. Hi David, I'm Crystal. I'm a really huge fan of yours. I feel like you're the only person who can help me with this problem.
Yes, I'll help you in whatever way because you're the most wholesome person ever. Also mentioned in the video that she wants to find a pose that empowers her being queer and masculine presenting. So Crystal, I can make a whole online tutorial for you to watch, but I thought maybe a better idea is that I put on my tie and see you this Friday, if the invitation is still open, to pose you myself on the red carpet, because I want to ensure that you get that photo because you deserve it. You deserve it. So let me know.
Holy! Full disclosure, I sat there in silence with that dopey look on my face, and then it hit me, so I started screaming and running around my hotel room, much to the dismay of the other hotel guests. But I'm composed now, and I can respond. I also found your invitation. I made it myself because I have to make all of these things, but I would be, in all seriousness, I would be so honored to have you join us for the event because I could certainly use the help. I have an okay outfit. I don't have an okay face yet.
Been more than enough just having his vote of confidence in me. I invited him to the event and I didn't know if he was going to come, but even him just commenting me and seeing me was a lot and would have been enough. But if you folks maybe saw, he also came to our event. And not only that, but he came early before the event started so that he could pose me. And I was very nervous. And he was so wonderful. I mean, he is lovelier than you think he'd be, and you already think he's gonna be lovely. You know what I mean? But somehow he's even lovelier. And there was this moment where he was posing me and I felt awkward in my body and I thought, oh no, I'm gonna let him down and I'm gonna still look funny in my photos because I feel funny. And this was this had nothing to do with his talent because I think he's extremely talented. I just thought, I am that awkward. And so I was afraid. And I remember at one point I was making a joke about something because I have very self-deprecating humor, and he caught me on it. And I know that that's my humor. I sometimes forget that that's the extent of my humor, but it affects the way that I look at myself. And I'm so glad that he caught that in me, and not only did that, but then uplifted me because it meant that I had to be accountable to my own narrative, and that I leaned in and practiced because he was showing up authentically. He was showing up and being vulnerable and sharing his skills with me, and so I wanted to show up and be open in the same way. And so I tried to practice changing the way that I talked about myself. It was very difficult. And I really tried to practice taking in all of his advice as he was giving it to me. And this reaction is real. It is my authentic reaction. I was blown away. And I remember telling him when I saw these photos of myself, I said, in my head, I have this vision of what I look like. And now as an adult, I think that this is the most congruent version of myself. But like in my head, I have this idea of what I look like, but it never comes across in photos, like ever. And I know it's because I feel uncomfortable and anxious and self-conscious in my body. So it's hard for me. And I said, but these pictures, I look like how I feel, which is amazing. I have never seen me in a photo taken by somebody else look like how I feel. After he helped me pose for my individual photos, I asked if he could help me take photos with my friend specifically, because sometimes we go to events together and she looks beautiful on the red carpet. And why does my face look like that? And I get it, I'm really excited and happy to be there, but why does my face look like that? And he asked me, he's like, well, what is the vibe or feeling that you were trying to convey, like in your posing in these photos? And I thought about it and I said, I want to look like I belong there next to my friend on the red carpet at this event. And I know that there's kind of no way for me to not convey on my face that I am happy to be there. And I don't want to get rid of that because I am happy to be there. I am proud to stand next to someone that I care about on the red carpet and take photos. I just don't want to look so dopey while doing it. So that was my request. And this is what he showed me. I just want to say thank you, David. I know that I already thanked you profusely at the event and also through text, but I really mean it. Thank you for showing up for my community. Thank you for showing up for me. And thank you for helping me take photos that make me feel good about myself and congruent in my identity. I cannot tell you how thankful I am for that. It is something that I will always cherish. So yeah, thank you.